This could branch off into you becoming a six-figure author and just taking care of yourself. What if you could take charge of your publishing and then leverage your book to create financial freedom and leave a legacy? Wouldn't you want to find out just how to do that? Well, that's what this podcast is all about.
Hi, I'm Hennika Watkins, Porter, speaker, coach, author of Podcast Power, and the host of the Entrepreneurial You podcast, inviting you to listen to the Entrepreneur Secrets podcast, brought to you by Ruth Taylor, best-selling indie author and the Caribbean's most trusted voice on entrepreneurship. Tune in for inspiration, information, and innovation to write and win with books. Get ready to dominate entrepreneurship.
Greetings, entrepreneurs. Welcome to episode 62 of the Entrepreneur Secrets podcast. I'm your host, Ruth Taylor, and this is a program that gives you the roadmap to take charge of your publishing with stories and strategies to dominate entrepreneurship. And in today's show, we are continuing our entrepreneurship focus, which is all about leveraging books to create financial freedom. And we're keeping financial freedom here simple, right? It's all about being able to meet your financial needs. You can do that by meeting the needs of authors. So you can create different publishing services based on the needs of authors. And so we're going to talk about that as well as my latest entrepreneurship venture. And I am going to be sharing some resources to help you to win as you seek to create financial freedom, take charge of your publishing, leave a legacy, and all of those good things that happen when you become an author. Before we get into that, let's have a word from our sponsor, Bamboo Sparks.
Your book is the perfect spark to get the fire going in your personal life, career, business, or ministry. Light that book spark today with Bamboo Sparks, a global independent publishing services and publishing education and training business for transformation. Bamboo Sparks will take you from manuscript to market faster than you thought possible and even manage the process for you. Check out their three main offerings: the Self-Publishing Spark, the Rocket Writing Spark, and their Bamboo Sparks done-for-you management deals for authors in the Caribbean and the diaspora. Discover how Bamboo Sparks can help you to publish and leverage your book to grow 90 feet tall at bamboosparks.com, and that's bamboo with a U.
All right, so let's talk about my latest entrepreneurship venture. Last week, I shared that I would not be writing another book for this year. I have to eat my words because on Thursday, June 30, 2022, the writing bug hit me and I started writing a new Ruth-like book, which is about driving with confidence. And I have struggled to stay behind the wheel and get behind the wheel for the past 18 years. I do have a driver's license. I've had my driver's license since 2004, but I had an accident. And after that, the fear of driving just took a hold of me. And every time I try to get back around the wheel to regain some mastery, it just wasn't happening until last month, which is in May. And so I'm sharing this story about how I regained confidence to get behind the wheel and what is going to keep me behind the wheel this time around. And I'm also sharing the stories of other confident drivers across the world. One of the things that my instructor said is that driving is about confidence. And sometimes we think we have to be competent before we can be confident, but confidence fuels competence. If you have the right attitude, then you will be able to learn the skills which will lead to you being competent. And so in this book, we're going to address some common learner fears and solutions to that. And I'm teaming up with the head of a driving school and a master instructor to address some of the common learner fears and to tell us what we can do to drive with confidence. This will not be a technical book. It's more of a mindset book, the psychology of driving and what you need to do to gain confidence, not just in driving, but in any area of your life that you're struggling to gain mastery. So this book will be useful. It's all about kicking fear to the curb and taking control, not allowing failure to impede your progress. So I'm already over 8,000 words in. This one was unexpected and it was just flowing. It was just flowing. So I'm just waiting on more stories. I'm looking for 12 stories. So if you want to be featured in this book, you can email me at authorpreneursecrets@gmail.com and tell me your story of how you became a confident driver, and I'll include it in the book. So that's the latest there in terms of the voice. Lots of things will be happening with the voice. I am planning to have a legacy builder tour, and included in that will be a Legacy Fest, which is an evening of celebration and praise where we share stories about our grandparents and what they meant to us. I will be encouraging persons to turn their stories into published legacies. That could be their story or their parents or grandparents' stories, and I'm going to be teaching you how to do that quickly. So we're going to have some published legacies workshops and to establish a legacy of praise. Now, I'm going to put the links in the show notes. And finally, I'm working on the audiobook version of The Voice. I'm not going to narrate it. My lovely audiobook narrator and chief audiobook producer at Bamboo Sparks, Candice Sutherland Barnes, is going to be working on that. And I'm going to tell you what we're going to do with that when we are through. So stay tuned. Okay, so let's get into creating financial freedom by offering author services or publishing services. And then after that, I will share with you some resources to help you to win in that regard. Now, as an author who is publishing, you have many needs, right? So if you're self-publishing, publishing independently, or even if you're not publishing independently, if you are working with a traditional publisher, there are several parts of the process, and each part of the process, if you learn that skill, become an income generating opportunity. And so Amazon, for example, saw the needs of authors, and they've provided a platform to help us to distribute and sell our books worldwide. That is a publishing service, and that's a way you can leverage your knowledge of books. So other companies have done that. There's Lulu, there's Ingram Spark. All of them are leveraging books. No, they're not using their own books. They've provided a business, so that is author entrepreneurship, just the same. And sometimes we don't look at it like that, but you can create your own service around that. You can become a distributor. You can start your own distribution business to help authors. Leverage your experience of what has worked for you and turn that into a business. In Jamaica, there is Book Fusion, and you can create something innovative, similar to a Lulu, a Draft to Digital, a Smashwords, and leverage your knowledge and skill of book publishing or of being an author and use that to help other authors and create financial freedom. Amazon is a $1 billion company. Draft to Digital, I'm sure they're making money. Lulu, I'm sure they're making money. Book Fusion is making money. And so if you're able to distribute, it could be that you set up an online bookshop and you sell your books direct. It could be that you distribute books for other authors. And that is one way you could create financial freedom. There are different elements of the process. So you would need the formatting. You heard Tashari talk about that. You can do ebook formatting, print book formatting. You can get into services like offering narration, voiceover. You can help persons to narrate their audiobooks. So Candice is earning from that. That's the service. She's not even an author, but she's working with authors. So we're talking about how authors can leverage their books, or how you can make money helping authors, and in this way create financial freedom. If you're doing children's books, then you need illustrations. If you're an author who is gifted in this, you can start offering services in illustrating for children's authors. And it's not only children's authors who need illustrators. You can offer proofreading services. If you have a good eye and you can catch mistakes and you're good with English, you can do editing and proofreading. There's also transcription services that you can offer. And there are some aspiring authors who want to have a published book, but they don't want to write the book. You can speak your book, and out of this can come transcription services. Offer that to help. That is one of the services that we offer in Bamboo Sparks. Several things that authors need to market and to promote their books, whether that is a flyer, whether that is a bookmarker, if people are using such things. You can do that, and it is part of the income generation stream, which is still associated with the book. So I want to encourage you to think about that. So you can develop products from your book. So products and services are a good way of creating financial freedom. So you could have your t-shirt line based on your book. You could even have a pen line where you put the name of your book on a pen or a cup. Merchandise. You see how J.K. Rowling has done that with her Harry Potter book series. You see how Hollywood does that a lot of times. These books, whether it's Cinderella or Frozen, they branch off into other products. So you have books with the Frozen image, you have t-shirts, you have all kinds of things are created with that. So as an author, you can branch off into merchandise, and you can create different products around your book. So I'm just sharing some of the 30 different income streams that you could develop from books based on my book, Pen It to Win It, chapter 6, which talks about the superpowers of a book. So I would encourage you to get that book. And for the next couple of weeks, I'll be going through each of these. So we're concluding this week the category of publishing services and products. If you're able to learn even one skill or develop one product, and you're able to market that well and find an audience, you will be well on your way to creating financial freedom beyond book sales. Having learned these skills, how do you now market, promote them? Where do you go? This is where now we can transition to our resources to win segment. All right. And you're going to find this very, very helpful on a number of levels. It will help you as an author who is looking for a services provider, or if you yourself want to become a service provider and augment your income. And this could branch off into you becoming a six-figure author and just taking care of yourself over time, right? So everything you have to factor in the time. So there is an author marketplace, so to speak, called Readsy. Now, they offer premium services and they have approved publishing services providers. If you're a good editor, you could sign up for Readsy. I'll put the link in the show notes. If you're a graphic designer, you could sign up for Readsy. Make sure you have your portfolio of works so that you can create that and show people what you have done. Another site that can help you as you seek to offer publishing services or products is Fiverr.com. So on Fiverr, you can find all the things that you need all the services that you need and the people to do it at different prices, from $5 all the way up to $1,000 US. They have a wide range of services, but you could sign up to Fiverr and begin offering these services, everything that is needed to publish a book. There are people on Fiverr offering services just to write a book description, to put your author branding kit together, to touch up your photos and, get your branding package together. There are people offering the proofreading, the editing, the formatting. And this is a place also that you can go to cut down on your costs. There is Upwork, where you can be hired to do these different things as well. These are platforms that you can sign up with and learn them. Of course, there's going to be a learning curve and it takes time. We're not talking about overnight success here. All right. And then finally, there is Bamboo Sparks. Bamboo Sparks has a publishing skills center. And this is where our approved publishing services providers are featured, and they partner with us to help authors to market and publish their books. And finally, what you can do is use up social media, show your work, people will spread the word, and you get hired. So you can use Instagram to promote these services. You can use LinkedIn, you can use Facebook, you can use TikTok. And remember, when we talk about our resources to win segment, we're talking about the tools, the services, the platforms, everything that can help you, a resource, right, to win on your authorship journey. So I'm going to put the links to some of those in the show notes. I trust that you found this episode quite useful. Join me next week as we're going to be talking about another way to leverage books to create financial freedom. Share this episode with a friend. You can subscribe to the YouTube channel, Authorpreneur Secrets, to get more publishing and success tips, as well as join me for Transformation Thursdays, where we do short book studies. And that is to change the way we think so that we can change the way we live. And coming up this Thursday, July 7, I'm going to be having a discussion with the author of Dare to Ask, Garfield Robinson, as we start a short book study looking at the book of Habakkuk. So if you can, join me, and remember to subscribe to the channel and tell me how this podcast has been helping you. And if you want to be part of the book Driving with Confidence, remember to email me your driving story in no more than 300 words, how you were able to drive confidently. What were some of the challenges you encountered? And how did you overcome them to become a confident driver? Thanks for listening. Ta for now. Until next time.
I'm Tamara Francis, educator and editor. Don't forget to rate, review, subscribe, and share the podcast with your network. If you'd like to increase your impact and income with books, visit authorpreneursecrets.com for more resources, including the books Pen It to Win It and Authorpreneur Secrets. Join the Authorpreneur Secrets Academy membership group for courses, coaching, and community support to write, publish, and win with books. Until next time, go pen it to win it.